Dr. Awesome here, and I built a Gunpla. No surprise to anyone who knows me, just sort of a long time coming. This is the Demi trainer from The Witch from Mercury, and yeah, I built this a little while ago. Just thought I'd do a very brief review since I started another one already, and just my impressions really, since I have nothing to compare it to. First of all, well, my thoughts on Witch from Mercury, the show, which I don't want to do a full review. I just say I'll give it a solid B. Uh, yeah, biggest thing I didn't like was that the series just wrapped up too quickly and neatly. I think it could have gone a lot longer and left us like open ended and. Anyhow, second thing it kind of got me. I didn't like the love story. I thought it was like just very abbreviated. I was ready for some girl love story, and it's like, yeah, they didn't get along, then they did, then they ended up as a couple, and but it was my introduction to the whole Gundam franchise. So since then, I've watched the original, and then I watched Zeta Gundam. Was going to get into the third one. There's some negative reviews of that. But then I heard there's another series coming out, so I thought I'd just wait and then just start with Gundam G-Cukes, or however you say it. So let's see. Meantime, yeah, I did start reading Gundam Thunderbolt. First few issues are just great, so I'm going to keep up with that. So now to our brief review here. My first impression, I like the end result like quite a bit, but I did like the building process even more. One thing I went through as a kid, I built models like, every other boy. And then maybe by ninth grade, maybe eighth grade, as my skill improved, it seemed like it was turning into too much of a job. So there was like, model building just wasn't as relaxing as it used to be. And this is as an HG, the only one I built in Gunpla. It seems like it was a nice step back into that comfortable fun zone. And that's like the essence of HG. Just snap it together. There's decals. Do some panel lining, a little detail painting, and that's that. So I had a lot of fun building this one. It was a fun process. And just briefly have a look at this guy. Yeah, this is, what's this called? A simple stand I picked up pretty cheap. And as accessories go, it came with the one gun there, a little billy club. Thought they'd be fun fighting giant robots with billy clubs. And it did come with a shield as well. I did go on to build the accessory weapons expansion set. It comes with a bunch of cool weapons. A big ass rifle. Some other thing. Whoa! Get back up there. Okay. And these are like modular, so you could plug in a whole bunch of different stuff. Like this big ass knife. I don't know how robots would hurt each other with a big knife. This is kind of my favorite in the expansion set, because I figure a couple of young guys like challenging each other to duel in these suits and just going at each other with rotary saws. That would be kind of a blast. Yeah, so I like this. I'm moving on to the second one, and I'm watching the new series. I watched the first episode, and it kind of threw me, because I stopped watching trailers or any kind of preview stuff before watching something. I just found out it might ruin the story a bit much, so it did take me aback that it wasn't really in the UC timeline as I watched in the first two series. So what I decided to do is to watch a Gundam Origin series, and then by that time I finish that, there'll be more episodes of the new one out, so I could just watch that directly afterwards. And anyone who's watched like all of the UC, my watch order was going to be, I was just going to go chronographical, as they were released through the whole thing, through the whole Universal Century. But then I'm thinking, maybe I should just stick to the series that were in the 1 Year War. So just, someone just let me know what you think. I could just sort of pull back and do all the 1 Year War stuff first. And not much to say on this. I haven't done this, my first one, so I can't give any real good review, except that I like it. But I will give just a few things I did notice, which may help someone out. There's a game store nearby, carry a lot of Warhammer stuff. I picked up some acrylic paint, and this one, that's their neutral gray in the Vallejo. And I noticed that this gray color that this is molded in, this matches like almost perfectly. So I had to touch up a few spots. I think on the outside of these knee joints. Yeah. Or it turned a little bit stress white from cutting. So I just touched it up with that. And that seems to just work perfectly there. Just mix that in with a little acrylic thinner. And it worked fine. Something else I noticed, old gimmick I used to do building models is if something was translucent, I would just paint silver on the back. I don't know if you could see that. If that, the faceplate there, if that catches the light right, it really looks nicely like it's glowing. And that's this Gundam marker I used. I didn't use it as a marker. It was hard to reach in the back here there. So I just painted it in back there with a brush. And that worked out really nicely. So, hopefully I'm going to, do another one. And then maybe another one after that. I don't know what rate I'm going to end up doing these. As most guys who grew up building models, you sort of have a surplus of unfinished kits. So we'll see how that goes. And that's it for today.